So from what I hear, the new X-Men movie is a big piece of trash. You gotta have a few damn beers just to get through it. And one of you sent me this article and it says X-Men Apocalypse Review. It's a franchise-killing disaster. Now look, most of you that follow me know that I never cared for any of the X-Men movies. Any of them. Not even the second one. The only X-Men movie that I like is X-Men First Class. That's it. The other movies have bit parts that I like, but I did not care for any of them. And I'm surprised yet not surprised by this. The trailers didn't totally really amp me up. Certain scenes that were cool, but I'm always reserved when it comes to Bryan Singer's movies. I didn't like Superman Returns, none of the X-Men movie, because I don't like his style. I'm not saying he's not a good director, he's just not my style, okay? So, but with reading this, I'm like, yo. So look, it seems to be kind of a long article, so I'm not going to read it all, but let's see if we can get a gist of what's going on. I'm still going to go see it because it's a superhero movie. I like to give them chances because they still have their moments, and even if I do pay $17 for an IMAX ticket, a few hot moments is usually worth it for me, no matter what. This is what it says, the box office. X-Men Apocalypse opens overseas starting May 18th, before its American debut on May 27th. Like two of the highest grossing previous X-Men pictures, it has a prime Memorial Day slot that should point toward a big opening, but also a brief theatrical lifespan. The X-Men movies have never been terribly leggy. This shouldn't be an exception with competition like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, Warcraft, and Finding Dory over the course of June. The gazillion-dollar question isn't whether the series can maintain or exceed its $230 million domestic peak, but rather if it can build or maintain on X-Men Days of Future Past. You know what? I did like that one. I think I did like that one. I forgot about that one. I did like it, but I didn't like the tone. That's what it was. I know what Days of Future Past is, but I just didn't like the tone. It was so damn dreary and everybody was getting killed and fucked up. That's what it was. I think I didn't like any of his movies except for that one. I was surprised that I actually kind of liked that one. I have to go look at my review. But I feel in my heart that I actually did like it. I just didn't like the tone. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that 2014 blockbuster, which combined the prior cast with the newbies from X-Men First Class, ding, earned a whopping $747 million worldwide. Will this one, which lacks the franchise all-stars to the rescue gimmick, be able to keep the pace, especially with Deadpool and Captain America Civil War threatening to render this X-Men team movie as just another franchise entry? We'll know soon enough, but Fox seems confident. Okay, so where's the scary shit? The review. Mid-spoiler warning just in case. There is a scene in the 80s set X-Men Apocalypse where a young Jean Grey and Scott Summers exit a showing of Return of the Jedi and argue the merits of the various Star Wars films. The participants discuss Empire Strikes Back was better versus Star Wars, which started it all, before coming to a consensus that the third film always stinks. It's intended as a jab at X-Men The Last Stand, but it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Bryan Singer's would-be trilogy capper is a shocking miss. It is a lifeless and hollow shell of a picture, lacking exciting action, strong character interplay, or compelling storytelling. It is the nadir of the franchise, determined to make you apologize for every mean thing you've ever said about Brett Ratner's rushed X-Men trilogy capper a decade ago, X-Men The Last Stand, is X2 X-Men United compared to X-Men Apocalypse. After a promising prehistoric prologue that seems to promise a certain fantastical one-upmanship for this generally grounded franchise, the film offers a series of introductory table-setting scenes for what turns out to be the vast majority of its running time. We cut between meet the new kids moments, some catch up with the old friends and enemies beats, and our new villain, Apocalypse, slowly and deliberating, recruiting each of his four horsemen. For a reel or two, it looks like Bryan Singer, Simon Kinberg, and friends are really going to give us a disaster movie in the mold of an X-Men adventure. But then we come to the first confrontation with Xavier and Apocalypse, and you realize that the film is almost over. It's no secret that I think the reliance on Magneto as a source of conflict or villainy has been this franchise's long Achilles heel. You can imagine my horror when I realized that this sixth Team X-Men film was again going to revolve partially around Magneto. Lifting stuff for evil, and Charles and his X-Men trying to get their former friend to stop lifting stuff for evil. Magneto's new wife and daughter get more dialogue than Storm and Psylocke combined. That's impressive because said family quickly gets frigid, so Eric can have an angry and willingly join Apocalypse team. The reason why I'm pausing a lot, there's a lot of stuff in parentheses that, they're naming people and talking about it, and I'm trying to jump past the parentheses but still keep pace. All right, so there's a lot more to read, so I'm going to leave it at that. But he said what he had to say in that first paragraph about the review. So, I don't know. I'm not going to read the rest. Excuse me. It is what it is. I'm still going to see it, Singer. So, I will make my own opinion. But it's not like I have a good feeling about this film anyway. So, we'll see what happens. Post all your comments down below and let me know what you all thought. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. If you did not, get mad. 1 million subscribers. Woo! You may now subscribe.